Alright GBA fans, I am Blue Rogue and I am bringing you the playoff picture. Yep, we now have a set in stone bracket and the playoffs round 1 begin this weekend, so that's pretty exciting. But let's see who actually made it to the playoffs this season. Well, first of all, we have Envy and his San Diego Chim Chargers against Gio and his San Francisco Giants. It's actually a replay of last season's playoffs. Gio and Envy actually met in the semi-finals last season, I believe. So it's pretty cool to see Gio try to become no longer Gym Leader Gio, but Elite 4 Gio once again. But of course, the matchups between these two during the season, there was 2 of them. Envy won 1, and of course Gio made the number 1 play in GBA history to win match number 2, which was Quick Claw Ditto. A play so good, it means that Gio is in playoffs over Joey Pokeaim. So yeah, that's pretty exciting, and I'm sure the comment section just loved that I brought up Quick Claw Ditto again. Anyway, and the other match in the Sun Conference is Jolt versus Lars. A match that has also been played twice already this season, where we have Jolt taking the first match where he brought a sort of Nature Power Mega Venusaur, which was pretty cool, and the second match was taken by Lars, but in a match that admittedly Jolt's main aim wasn't to win, but was to more scout out Lars for this particular playoff matchup. So that's a pretty exciting match, and it also signifies the first time that Jolt has been in the main GBA playoffs. But of course Lars has been in the playoffs before, so it could be a quite interesting matchup there. Now, in the Moon Conference, we have Chimpact versus Monotui. This has happened already this season once, where we saw Mono bring an SD Keldeo against Chimpact, which could have put in a lot of work, but it was a pretty dumb game. Quite a lot of hacks involved and everything, so it's kind of hard to gauge from that matchup which Mono ended up winning, but there was quite a lot of hacks involved and all that stuff. There was some things like that went against Mono, but there were a lot of things that went for Mono in that match, so yeah, quite difficult to think about who's going to win that one. But this is actually also a rematch from last season. They actually met in round 1 of the playoffs last season as well, so which Mono won. So the history here is Mono will be wanting to repeat, while Chimpact will be wanting to, set the record straight and trying to get through round 1 of playoffs. Next, and the final match for the playoffs round 1 is John, aka Pokemon, and his New Orleans Pelipers versus Gator and his Florida Gators, which I believe is Gator's first appearance in playoffs. I could be wrong, but correct me if I am, but I believe it is his first appearance in playoffs. What is John's, I don't know, 9,000th appearance in playoffs? But yeah, the last time these two people played in the regular season, it was a pretty interesting game. I believe John won that one, but he did forget his Mega Ring, which cost him quite a bit in that game. And there was also a pretty sizable calm mind war between Klefki and Gracelia. So yeah, that's the matchups going into week number 1 of the playoffs for the GBA season. And yeah, no matter what happens at the end of these little playoff segment of the season, we'll end up with a brand new GBA champion, because I don't believe any of these folks have won the GBA before. We had a couple of semi-finals before. I believe Envy made the semi-finals last season, of course, against George, and I believe John's made semi-finals. Oh no, John's made finals once. I meant to say finals, not semi-finals there. But yeah, I believe those two have both made finals before, but the rest of them have not made finals before or won championships. So overall, it's going to be a pretty exciting season. We're going to see a brand new champion crown for the GBA, and I hope you're excited for it. Let me know what your predictions for the first round of playoffs are in the comment section below, and I will see you next week when we get to see the bracket for round 2 of the playoffs. Until then, though, my friends, goodbye.